16 minutes past 7. Tupperware and lingerie parties seem to have become a thing of the past as more women turn their attention to the newest craze, self-defence parties. And Kate, you're very enamoured with this idea, not because you want to learn self-defence, but because you...
Because honestly, when you do get invited to Tupperware, lingerie, jewellery, what's the other one, Thermomix parties... Seriously, the idea that I might be up for $2,000 at the end of it, no fun. The idea that I might be able to beat a bloke up at the end of it, now I'm in. I'm holding one.
So this is where it doesn't cost you any money, gets you a chance to belt someone up. Kate will be there first up. She'll be first in the queue. On the line is the man who teaches self-defence at these parties, Stephen O'Connor, self-defence expert from SAFE International Melbourne, joins us. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, how are you?
We're very well. Stephen, what's the motivation for women wanting to go and learn self-defence at the moment?
Look, with the current way things have been going with the media reports of women being attacked recently, it just seems to have sort of given women a bit more, awareness of what's going on in the world and how vulnerable they actually do become. Men are vulnerable as well, but we find that a lot of women are starting to really take notice, especially because they like to exercise and go for their run or whatever, but they're looking a lot more vulnerable these days than what they used to, I guess. I don't know.
Stephen, how do the parties work? How are they run?
Basically, it's a similar service set up to the Tupperware party, like we were saying before. You get a group of girlfriends together, give us a call, we come around, we go through a lot of awareness, avoidance, verbal diffusion, that type of thing, because most of the time you can sort of talk your way out of these situations, be aware and avoid it. We get into the physical side of stuff, which is very basic gross motor skills with open hand strikes.
Now, just while you're on the physical side of things, in the Herald Sun today, there's a photo of you there on the Herald Sun today. Gee, you've got some serious armour on there as well. Have the women ever gone a bit overboard and you've sort of ended up with some injury after one of these self-defence classes?
Yes, I've been palm striked in the face with that helmet on and had a blood nose.
I don't know why I'm laughing. Sorry, Stephen.
That's all right. I've had women and even kids, I do a lot of schools, do hammer fist to the side of the head and cut my ear open, split my ear open. So the armour is designed for me to basically still feel what's going on without getting seriously injured, although I still do get hurt, because when you get hit, if you're in a massive big suit that you don't feel anything, you can't react to it. If they hit me in the head with that suit on, wherever, I can feel, I can react to the pain or whatever and move, and then they realise, here's another position to hit or do this or do that or whatever to continue to keep fighting, basically.
And just getting back to that photo on the Herald Sun, and I also noticed that one of the women there has got a little glass of shardy in her hand as well. Is it not a little bit dangerous, like 7, 8 women half full of shardy?
It's a real-life situation, Peter.
All of a sudden,
real life, exactly. You could be out in a party and you leave the party and you get attacked and you're half drunk and whatever. But generally, they're not getting drunk, but they are enjoying themselves.
It's relaxed.
It's a relaxed environment. And that's the thing. Women tend to not really want to walk into a gym or a martial arts dojo, so to speak, because they feel a little bit, which I've found so far, they're feeling a little bit intimidated by that egotism with males and that real gym feel. But at home, they're in a comfortable environment that they're aware of. We actually go through things in their own home as well as to what safety is in their own home with answering the doors and that type of thing.
Stephen, you talk about awareness levels and being alert. What are some of so for people who aren't going to a party straight away, what do you think are some of the top tips for women to remember just when they're out and about to keep themselves safe? Okay,
well, firstly, any electronic devices don't use whilst you're walking. That way you're more aware of what's going on. Walk with confidence or with purpose, not with your head down, because if your head's down, you're not looking what's going on, you're more likely to be attacked because you're more vulnerable in that sense. If you're going to your car, as soon as you get in your car, lock the door straight away before you even put the key in the ignition. Just have the door locked. That way you're preventing anyone from being able to get into the car straight away. Don't listen to music, that type of thing, with earbuds when you're walking. that's an attacker's number one best device.
It's interesting. Anything that seems to distract the victim is what the attacker is looking for.
Exactly.
Stephen, we do appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today.
You're welcome.
Stephen O'Connor, their self-defence expert from SAFE International Melbourne. And if people want to get in contact and have a party with Stephen and like to belt up a fellow, they can go onto his website at safeinternational.biz. Safe International is one word, .biz.
I still don't love that idea. I don't, you get the choice on what you do and how you change your behaviour, in the event that it might help you in a bad situation. But I hate thinking that women aren't allowed to listen to music while they're walking or jogging, but blokes might be able to. It's not a nice thought, is it?
It's not a nice thought at all. Quick traffic update as well. Accident at the intersection of St Kilda Road and Elmer Road. 2 cars, nose to tail, and is banking up there. 22 minutes past 7. Up next, John Anderson with Second Edition Sport.
At Honda, we're always looking for ways to keep prices down. So right now, you can get the low down at your local Honda dealer. Pick up the all-new Honda HR-V VTI Auto with multi-angle reverse